Our president is robbing us blind. I'm not talking about taking advantage of his position to get favorable treatment. I'm talking about pump and dump schemes, illegal stock trades, giving government contracts to family members, and what appears to be the selling of pardons. Take the story that was done about Trump's recent financial disclosure forms that show that our president bought between $1 million and $5 million of Dell stock right before the Pentagon awarded Dell a $9 billion government contract. This is multi-billion-dollar insider trading behavior, and the Trump family is just cashing in. To be clear, Donald Trump's net worth is up 34% since 2024. Melania and Don Jr. have had a 50% increase in their individual net worth. Ivanka is up 88% to $700 million. Jared Kushner is up 39% with his individual net worth being similar to his wife's at $700 million. Eric Trump has increased his net worth by 71%. Tiffany Trump has had a 60% increase in her wealth. And Barron Trump, who is a student with no job, has somehow made $10 million since his father became president. This family is stealing from us. And the one group who could rein them in, the people with the power to stop these deals from going through, who could hold the administration accountable, are the Republican Congress members who have majorities in both the House and the Senate, but have decided to act as personal doormats for the president and his family instead of representatives for the people. We now know that Donald Trump made more than 3,600 trades in the first 3 months of the year, trades that netted him around $700 million. That is over 40 trades a day. Trump personally purchased around $5 million of NVIDIA stock on February 10th, and then a week later had his Department of Commerce approve their AI chip sale to China, spiking the stock price and making himself a fortune. What about Donald Trump Jr. taking a stake in a tiny North Carolina startup called Vulcan Elements, a company that hadn't even been in business for 2 years, a company that had less than 50 employees. But 3 months after Don Jr. got involved, the Pentagon invested $620 million into the company. And when the deal went through, a deal that would have normally taken months to close but was somehow pushed through in weeks, the stock valuation went from $200 million to $2 billion. The deal was heralded as a complete windfall for investors. So a complete windfall for Donald Trump Jr. The government used taxpayer money to invest in a company so Donald Trump's son could make bank. And the call to do it came directly from the White House. This is the stuff that is happening every day now. These aren't one-offs. It's a pattern. The president's family is using our public funds to increase their personal wealth. We are literally paying for them to rob us blind. And the only people who could stop it are the Republicans looking the other way. Mike Johnson could call for congressional inquiries into questionable investments. They could ban insider trading. They could force the president to divest from his personal companies, something he should have done anyway because of the emoluments clause in the Constitution. Or at the very least, Congress could rein in government spending while the world is on fire. In many ways, thanks to us. They could do all of that, but they won't. They won't because they are benefiting from the president's favor. They aren't being primaried. They're being gerrymandered into permanent power. And of course, they're insider trading themselves. It's the American people who are suffering because of this. The American people who are drowning in debt. The American people who are unable to afford necessities like housing and food, who aren't making enough money to offset inflation. But our representatives don't care. They are allowing $1 billion a day war that no one wanted, a UFC fight on the White House lawn, a 250-foot arch to loom over Arlington National Cemetery, and they want us to pay the $400 million for the Golden Ballroom. They're not even telling our president he can't cover 4 bronze horses in millions of dollars of gold leaf just because he wants them to be shinier. What do they care if we can't afford health care? I honestly don't even think we occur to them anymore. If there has ever been any question, I hope it is answered now. These people do not work for us. They work for the man who has made more money in the last 2 years than he did in the first 78. And honestly, if that doesn't bother you, it really should. Because our president is running a criminal enterprise out of the people's house. And while the Republican majority could stop him anytime they want, they simply don't care enough to do it. And that's a real problem.
What do you think? What do you think about the story? Do you think this is right? I'm still trying to process it myself. I probably will come back and give my verdict on this. But for right now, jury, tell me what you think below.